Hey guys, Drew's here. I am here to film a new video for you guys tonight. Let me actually turn this down real quick. Let me turn... Oh, that's bright. There we go. Let's have it that way. My ring light was a little bit bright for me. Anyways, hey guys, Drew's here. I am here to film a new video for you guys tonight. Tonight, I'm filming this on a Wednesday. It will be going up on Friday, and then hopefully on the 1st August new release. This video would be coming to you guys soon. Also, my August TBR, you can see a sneak peek by these two books over here. Sneak peek to my August TBR coming soon as well. And then tonight's video is my July book haul. In my book haul, I always like to show off what I'm currently reading. I managed to read like 14 or 15 books in the month of July. Here's my crazy wrap up right here. So the book I'm currently reading is one of my most anticipated reads of the whole year, and I'm sadly not sure how to feel about it yet. And that is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This is what I'm currently reading. I haven't read that much of it today. I only read like 70 pages of it. I'm hoping to read more of this tomorrow once I'm in like a better mood, because I've been kind of tired tonight. But I wanted to film a book haul for you guys and post it sometime soon. One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston is Casey McQuiston's second novel. The first book she wrote was Red, White, and Royal Blue, and if you guys don't know, that was one of my all-time favorite contemporary books I read recently. And this is another romance / contemporary novel. This follows our 23-year-old girl named August who's moving to New York, and she seems to find this one mysterious girl, which I don't know if we have a name for this girl, but she meets this one girl on the train, and she says she's from the 70s and she doesn't know any of like the current music or current state of the world and all that. Jane is her name, that's what it was. And I'm liking it enough to continue and see what's going on, but the storyline to me is just a bit weird because I feel like we're flipping back and forth between two timelines, and I don't know if it was just me listening to the audio and not following along. Maybe I'll try and do that tonight or tomorrow, but this is my current read. I just wanted to show that off real quick, and let's jump into my book haul because I have some exciting new releases. A lot of finales came out in the month of August, or not August. A lot of finales came out in the month of July. We're in July, Drew. Come on, get it right. The first 3 books I'm going to show off, I believe I showed off 2 of these in my June book haul, but I wanted to show all 3 of these off. So, first book I have here is Star Wars: The High Republic novel, A Test of Courage by Justina Ireland. This one I actually read and I really enjoyed. I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars, which is not a bad rating. I will talk more about my thoughts and feelings in my wrap up, but look at this cute cover. Like, you can't even see it because of my ring light. This is one of the many like middle grade books that you have to read in between the series. So the next book I need to read is the next young adult book, which, spoiler alert, is on my August TBR, and so is these next 2 books. It's on my August TBR. I also got The Rising Storm by Kevin Scott. This is the adult pick, I believe. So this is the adult one. This one I'm hoping I would love a bit more than Light of the Jedi. Light of the Jedi I was sadly disappointed by, and then I read A Test of Courage and I gave it the same rating. So I'm hoping later on in this series I would have a favorite book of this High Republic series. I've only read 2 books so far, so I can't really judge it off of 2 books. So hopefully after I read the Claudia Gray book, which is Into the Dark, then I will need to read this one. And then the newest one that just came out as of yesterday, I'm filming this. This one just came out Tuesday, the 27th of July, and that is Out of the Shadows, Star Wars: The High Republic, Out of the Shadows by Justina Ireland, the same author of the first Star Wars novel. And this book right here, I don't know much about, but I know it takes place after Test of Courage, and sometimes during the rising storm, so that's why you have to read them in order. Very excited for this. This is one of the pre-orders I got yesterday, and the other pre-order is also a very exciting read for me. So yeah, don't know much about this one. Don't want to give you guys the synopsis of this one either, just in case you haven't read it and you want to read this series. So I'm gonna leave the spoiler-free like review down below, I guess. The next book is one of my most anticipated read of the whole year, and I'm really shocked I have it in my hands right now, because this book was supposed to come out in September, but it got pushed up to July for some reason. And that is Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahern. I can't even like show you the prettiness of this, but if you don't know what this is the third and final book to the Serpent and Dove trilogy. I try to hold both books with one hand. To the Serpent and Dove trilogy. So first book is Serpent and Dove, second book is Gods and Monsters, and the third and final book is Gods and Monsters. Did I say Gods and Monsters? Blood and Honey is what I meant to say. And then this one is Gods and Monsters, is the third and final book. I binge read book 1 and 2 last year, and I really love these. These are great witchy novels, and very, not really spooky, but they are great books to read in the fall. So I kind of want to hold off Gods and Monsters for the fall, but I also know I shouldn't, because Gods and Monsters is the August book club pick for my own book club queer reads. Wow, that was hard to say. So if you have this book and you want to join us, please let me know down below, and I will add you to our group chat that we have. I believe everyone but 2 people have read the previous books, so you haven't read these previous books. What are you doing? They're so good. Such a fun, epic fantasy trilogy. It's now completed, so you can binge read it. And I was debating for a long time this week if I wanted to reread these 2, because I read both of these last year, so they're still very fresh in my mind. And I'm just excited and nervous to see where this finale would take us. I mean, it's like nearly 700 pages, so I'm hoping for good things. If there's not any good things in here, I'm gonna be so sad. And then this next book I got as a physical ARC from Penguin Teen, so thank you so much, James, over at Penguin Teen. He sent me Both Sides Now by Peyton Thomas. This is Peyton Thomas' debut novel, I believe, and this one sounded very interesting. I saw the cover and I was like, oh, it looks cute, looks like a fun summer read, and I requested an e-arc of this from NetGalley, and I actually got approved on NetGalley. And I don't know if they're the same publishing company on NetGalley or not, but then James sent an email out to all the 2021 influencer, which I'm one of those, and asked if they want physical copies or e-arcs. So I said I'm good with both, so I have both of them now. I can either read on my Kindle or with this physical copy. This book doesn't come out till, I want to say August 24th maybe. I'll put the correct release date down below. The back says, some things like who you are and who you love are not up for debate. With a few months left before graduation, there's just one thing on Flint Kelly's mind: the National Debate Championship. Taking home the gold would not only be the principle of Finch's debating career, but the perfect way to launch himself into the next chapter. College in Washington, D.C., and a history-making career as the first trans congressman. What could possibly go wrong? So this is own voices for the transgender rep, and both Charlie and I are actually buddy reading this in the month of August, right before its release date. It's just barely 300 pages, so it's out August 24th if you guys are interested. I'm so excited. Thank you again, James, for sending me this my way. I do have a couple other packages I was waiting for, but I got tired of waiting and just wanted to film this book haul. So I am missing my July Owl Crate, my July Beacon book box, and then I won a giveaway on Instagram from Danielle Page. Like, I won a giveaway. I'm so excited for that box to come. I won 4 books in that giveaway. So if they all come around the same time, I might do a giant unboxing video for you guys. If not, I'll do each one as a separate video. We'll see. just a matter of timing and how much energy I have. Anyways, let's continue on with my book hauls. I don't want this to be a long video. The next book is actually a recommendation from my friend Charlie. She says she loved this book and she wants me to read it and see if I would love it too. And that is The Passing Playbook by Isaac Fitzsimons. This is a debut novel from Isaac, and this is also another LGBT contemporary novel. Charlie said she read this in like a day or two, and it was just very fun, but also has some hard-hitting subjects. This one says Spencer Harris is a proud nerd and awesome big brother, and a verifiable David Beckham in training. Well, if David Beckham were 5'2" and black. He's also about to start 10th grade at a new high school, the most livable one in Ohio, when he can safely be out as queer, but where no one knows will know he's trans. Wow, that's so hard for me to read. So yeah, has LGBT rep, and I've just been hearing nothing but amazing reviews about it before Charlie actually told me she read it and loved it. So thank you, Charlie, for the recommendation, and hopefully I'll read this sometime this summer before the summer ends. We got one more month of summer left, which is crazy. So I definitely want to read this sometimes during August, if not definitely before the end of the year. The next book I got was for $3 on Amazon. And this is a new release that came out earlier this year, back in February. And I just wanted to get this book so bad because it sounds so good. And I know I just said with One Last Stop that I don't really like reading about timelines and all that, but I hear this one does it really good. And that is Yesterday is History by Kosoko Jackson. This is another debut novel and another LGBT contemporary novel. Can you tell we got a lot of contemporaries in this haul so far? Like I said, this one came out back in January or February. I know it came out this year, I just can't remember what month now. But this has to deal with like time traveling, and it deals with Andre, where he has everything going right for him, and I think he goes to get this like transplant of some sort, and he gets to time travel during his surgery, something like that. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I could be wrong, but literally I only bought this book because it was $3 on Amazon for a hardcover. Like, there's no rips, tears, or anything like that on the book, and I was like, $3 for perfect condition? Yes, please. I actually thought this was going to come as a used copy just because it was so low on price, but it wasn't. It's a finished copy, and the back says, a little less than 24 hours ago, you did something extraordinary, something you might not understand, might want to think was a dream or can't explain. I'm here to tell you what happened to you did actually happen. You did jump through time, and you are, for all intents and purposes, a time traveler. Sounds amazing. Hopefully I'll love this one. If not, I'll be very disappointed. I am hosting a buddy read of this in August for just a group of my friends on Instagram. So if you want to be added to this buddy read, please let me know down below, and I will definitely add you to the group chat. The next two books I bought, one of these I've read already. I just wanted to have it in my collection, plus book 2, when it would be weird having book 2 without having book 1. And that is the first 2 books in the Extraordinary series by TJ Klune. I made a mini book haul / my June Owl Crate unboxing, so I'm not really going to talk much about these two because they're already in their own separate video, but these are what I bought this month. This one, Flashfire, just came out this month, and I'm very excited for it. And I joked with my mom that I kind of forgot this one was coming out in July, to be honest, because July usually don't have sequels. It's normally August through the rest of the year, and that's when sequels normally come out. But we have quite a few sequels, as you can tell so far, and what we have coming up. I read The Extraordinaries last year. It was like one of the final books I read of 2021. Or 2020, wow, of 2020, and I just love the way that I fell in love with this world, with these characters. the dad and Nick's dad together was hilarious. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen in book 2. I might reread book 1 just because I read the first book back in December, and it's been quite a few months since then, obviously. But look at these covers. They're so gorgeous. If you love the Renegades trilogy by Marissa Meyer, you would definitely love these, at least from what I can tell from book 1. Book 1, these are like sci-fi slash fantasy slash contemporary. So like they have 3 different genres. I honestly don't know what genre to put them in, but very excited. I've already talked about these in another video, which I'll leave up above or down below if you haven't checked out my mini book haul and my June owl crate. But yeah, bought these 2 this month and can't wait to read Flashfire soon. The next book I have is a pre-order that came out on July 6th, and that is Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. Leah Johnson is the author of You Should See Me in a Crown. Wow, I almost thought of another title. You Should See Me in a Crown, which was her debut novel that came out last year, is very hyped on book 2. And now this one isn't really getting a lot of hype as much as I wished it did. But this sounds amazing. This follows 2 girls who goes to this music festival, and they didn't know it, but that music festival will change their life forever. And they just go to a music festival, listen to some music, and then fall in love and all that. The synopsis on here says 3 days, 2 girls, 1 life-changing music festival. And Olivia is an expert at falling in love and at being dumped. But after the fallout from her last breakup has left her an outcast at school and at home, she's determined to turn over a new leaf. A crush-free weekend at Farmland Music and Art Festival with her best friend is just what she needs to get her mind off of the senior year that awaits her. So that's the first paragraph on there. I don't really want to know too much about this one because this is a contemporary novel, one of the very few contemporary novels in this book haul. And I just read my contemporary novel like I eat junk food. They just come and go as they are. And some of them I love, some of them I don't love. But I really loved her first book, so I cannot wait to read her second novel. This next book I'm not going to talk much about because I've already talked about it in the same video as my June Owl Crate unboxing, and that is Raybear by Jordan A. Funko. Love this cover, read it earlier this year, gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely on my favorite list of 2021. And I bought this book because A, the cover's pretty, B, I gave it 5 stars, and C, the sequel comes out in August, and I've already pre-ordered the sequel, so you'll be seeing that in my August book haul soon. But yeah, can't wait for you guys to read this. And if you love Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, you would definitely love this one. This one is a lot better than that one though, just saying. The next 3 books I have, I'm going to try to fly through these because we don't have a lot of books left. These next 3 are my book of the month picks. For July, we had an early release, and that was 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. This is an adult mystery thriller book that I saw that comes out on August 17th as well. But I got it early, so I'm super excited to read it soon. I've been wanting to read more mystery thriller novels in general, so very excited to have this in my collection and see if I would like this one or not. This has to deal with like quarantine and murdering, which is very interesting since we're still in COVID stuff, so we'll see how this goes. I'm kind of nervous for this. I won't be reading this one till September though. I thought of doing like an early reading vlog for you guys and just physically reading this and seeing if I would love it or not, which I still might. I haven't decided quite when I want to read this yet, because this is going to be the book club book for Gabby over at Gabby Reads for the month of September, so I would have to wait like another month to read it, which I'm fine with. I just don't know if I want to read it early for you guys and get a reading vlog out, or just wait till September and read it with everyone else. But I'm overall haven't heard much about this one yet, so I don't know if I'm excited or if I'm just happy I have it early. The next book I have was recommended to me a whole lot, and that is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. This is the same author who wrote Oh, The Maidens. Is that what it is? Yes, The Maidens. I hear you should read The Silent Patient first, because I guess this Maiden spoils the ending of this book, which I hate when authors do that. But I love how I was told about it beforehand, because I actually started reading it in June and then I put it down just in case I got to where it spoils the ending of this book. So there are also cameos from people in here in The Maidens. So again, I might do a reading vlog of discovering Alex's work, but I hear nothing but amazing things about this. There's also been some mixed reviews about it, so we'll see if I'm one of the people that loved it or one of the people that hate this book. Not really gonna say the synopsis of this one, but this is another adult mystery thriller book. The next book is a adult fantasy or YA fantasy. I can't really tell by the cover. This is a standalone novel, and that is Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian. This is an Arthurian reimagining, retelling, whatever you want to call it. But it has a female main character instead of male, so it has gender fluid characters, where instead of it's from a male point of view, it's female. You guys know what I mean. Yeah, I don't really know much about this. This was one of the many good choices for June, and I was so sad that I didn't got it, because I actually read Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian, and I really enjoyed that first book. I haven't continued on with that trilogy yet though, so I might go back, reread Ash Princess, then read the rest of that trilogy, and then start this whole new world from Laura Sebastian. But this is one of my choices for June, and I never got it, so I waited till July to get this as an add-on pick. But very excited for this. This one also came out in the month of July, so happy book birthday to this one. Another book that came out in the month of July, this one came out on the same day as Half Sick of Shadows, and that is Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This one I'm very excited for. This is a first book in a new fantasy duology by this author. I finally wrapped up the Spend the Dawn duology. You can see book 2 right here. Hopefully, probably not. But I finally wrapped up Spend the Dawn duology, and I really enjoyed it, so I can't wait to read more from her. And I hear this is set in the same world as Spend the Dawn, so that would be awesome to see what she means by that. And they talked a little bit about what these cranes are in book 2. Sorry for spoiling that. But it was kind of cool seeing the parallel between the two books so far. Even though I haven't read this one. But I definitely will be reading this sometimes this fall. I normally read a lot of fantasy books in the fall. So I'm collecting all my fantasy books right now and saving them for the fall. Just because, like, fantasy I get read the most in the fall season and winter season. Not really going to say what the synopsis of this one is, but it's the new book by Elizabeth Lim, part of the Spend the Dawn duology / world. So very excited for this and hoping I would love this one. If not, I'll be sadly disappointed by it. The next book is the June Owl Crate pick. So if you do not have your box yet, or you do not want to be spoiled for it yet, I've already posted the video about it. I've already mentioned it multiple times. So the June Owl Crate was Sisters of Snakes by Serena and Sasha Nanu, I believe is how you say their names. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. This copy is gorgeous. I love it. It's stunning, as Chloe from Books with Chloe would say. Like, look at that. Like, there's artwork on the back of the jacket. We have a letter from the author, and it's signed by both of the ladies. This is another debut novel, and it's the first book in a new fantasy series. And I don't really know much about this. It says, a lost princess, a desperate switch, a destiny that will shake their world. Dun dun dun. So yeah, it just sounds super good, and I actually haven't heard about this one either. This is one of the rare releases, like 56 Days was, when I haven't heard anyone talking about it until Owl Crate put this in the box. So thank you, Owl Crate, for introducing me to a new author / book I haven't heard of before. And the final 3 books I have are actually finales. I love how I saved these for the end. Ooh. So we have 3 more books that are finales to their series. So I have The Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. This is the third and final book to the Devava trilogy. The first two books I've read already and loved them. I actually just recently read book 2. I read The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty last year in August and loved it. And then I read The Kingdom of Copper in June, and I also loved this one. And so now in August, I will be reading the final book with my friend Lori. I mean, like, look at this one. She's thick fantasy. Super excited. I'm not going to say a synopsis or a summary for this one, just because this is this final installment of this trilogy. But I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm excited, I'm all the feels for this one. But this is a pretty green cover. You can't even see how pretty it is because of my ring light. But nervous for this one. But Lori, I'm so glad that me and you are going to buddy read this and see how this trilogy wraps up. Another trilogy I am sad to see going, and that is Wings of Shadows by Nikki Peretta. This one also came out this month. Another thick fantasy book. This is an Owl Crate exclusive cover, so it's very different from the original, and there's also purple, like dark purple pages on the end pages, obviously. And then of course it's just like dark blue on this cover. There's no author letter from this one, but it is signed by Nikki Peretta. If you can't see that, it's signed. So this is my second Owl Crate book in this book haul. Definitely want to read this one soon because I didn't really love book 1. I gave it like 3 stars. It was okay. But book 2 made me love this trilogy so much. So I'm so sad to see this one going. But yeah, third and final book in the Crown of Feathers trilogy. I don't know if I said that. Crown of Feathers, Heart of Flames, and then Wings of Shadows. But I am nervous, excited, scared for this finale. Hopefully everyone is okay in this book. Definitely might be doing a few reading vlogs in the fall for you guys. And then the final book in this book haul. Woo! We made it. This one is the third and final book in this trilogy, and that is Anyway the Wind Blows by Raybear Rao. I forgot to grab the first 2 books in this trilogy as well, sorry. But the first book is Carry On, the second one is Wayward Son, and this one is Anyway the Wind Blows. They're all song lyrics, which I found pretty amazing. Funny thing about this trilogy, I read Carry On like 2 or 3 times. It's one of my all-time favorite contemporary / fantasy trilogy. And I read it the first time by myself and fell in love with it because of BookTube. And now look at me at the finale on BookTube. I'm scared to read this one because like book 2 wasn't my favorite, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel about book 3. But I think if I remember correctly, my friend Heather has a copy of this one as well, so we're gonna be buddy reading this together. I know my friend Taylor is not gonna be buddy reading this because she didn't really like Carry On, and she's not carrying on with the series. See what I did there? Sorry, that was terrible pun. But she's not gonna carry on with the series, and she said she's happy that I'm reading it and loving it, but she said she didn't enjoy book 1. So kind of sad that we're not wrapping up this trilogy together, but I know me and Heather, I believe we're going to wrap up this trilogy together. So can't wait to read this. I'm ready to read this whenever you are, Heather. Take a breath, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is everything in my book haul. That was like 18 books, I think. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 books in my book haul if you're not counting One Last Stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm missing a few packages, but I'll do unboxing for those later on for my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it's such a long one, but it's a book haul and you guys seem to like that. So leave a comment down below what book you got this month that you're excited for. I want to say all my finales, like anything that was a final book in the trilogy, those are the ones I'm excited for. And yeah, I'm super excited. If you want, I'll leave all my friends that I mentioned down below. And I just can't wait to read more awesome, amazing books. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon, because we got quite a lot. And we have 2 collabs with my friend Taylor. Yay! Super excited. Can't wait to do those collabs, and I'll chat with you guys later down in the comments. Bye guys. Love you. Be safe out there. Mwah.